What's up, guys? Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos, and please leave a little comment, even if it's just an emoji, because YouTube will use those algorithms to send Coach for the Soul around the planet. And that's what we want. Yeah. So, hope everybody's well and enjoying the weather. It's very nice in Metro Detroit today. And it's going to be nice this week, and rain on the weekend. But it's going to be 70 degrees, so that's even better. So, don't know what we're going to talk about today. I don't know. Going to talk about something. There's all kinds of stuff is wheeling around in my head. We're going to tell some stories, I think. So, yeah. So we will see who pops on. And welcome, everybody. Yeah. Been a crazy week since we talked last. And we'll see what comes up. We'll see what comes up. We're going to do channels. You know, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, especially with tonight's full moon. And it is a lunar eclipse, and it is in Virgo. So I posted on my Bill Clairvoyant Facebook page one or two things about each zodiac signs, what tonight is going to work, what tonight is going to bring up, what tonight's going to work on, things like that. Yeah. And I'm going to post some other things. I'm going to post some other things on there also, on those two postings that I already have. Some other feelings, some other things that Spirit gave me when I was watching those videos. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting, it's going to be an interesting day. It already has been interesting tomorrow also. Today's a 3-3 portal. And in numerology, okay, it's a massive portal today, a massive portal tomorrow, and it is going to be life-changing, okay? Depends on where you're at in your journey, okay, and we're going to talk about that for sure, on how everybody's showing up and showing on how, where they're at in the journey. I know for myself, I've had that situation in the past 2 weeks. Also, I've been contacted by people who are in their beginnings of there, and they don't know what it is. They don't know, they have no clue. Some of them don't have any clue about what's going on with them. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Because Spirit has always talked about the fact that, you know, the newbies, right, are going to be activated, and because they're not getting what they want. It's very interesting. Very interesting, very interesting, very interesting, right? So I think we're going to start there, okay? That's what they say anyway. Okay, so like I was saying, a lot of people are awakening. They don't know what it is, all right? And it's just so, chimes are ringing like crazy. It's remarkable that everyday people have no clue. And Spirit has said that, right? That we are going to have to educate the people who are activated because they don't have any idea whether they're not getting what they want, right? And I've had that this week with people. And it's interesting how we've gone through our beginning awakening, right? And we've gone through all these trials and tribulations that I'm not getting my, I want this guy, and the guy's not giving in. He's not, right? He doesn't want anything to do with kind of like that kind of stuff, right? No, I'm good. And females are older than guys don't mature till 26, right? So these are 27, 28, 29, 30-year-old guys who are 4 years old in adult years. See? So they're still putting stuff together. And many of them haven't grown up yet, right? I think I've told the story before where my nephews have all done the same exact thing. And I told them, at 26 was going to have blah, 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 within like a week of your birthday, whatever. And they've all went, Uncle Bill, I don't want to grow up after it happened. Because all of a sudden they're facing the reality of, my God, I feel grown. No. Because like always, we don't prepare for that. How can you prepare for that, right? So that's what's going on with a lot of people at the moment. And I will tell you, Mercury retrograde starts on the 15th, guys. So we're in the pre-shadow, okay? So it's going to be intense in Aries, okay? Aries is energy that is angry and doesn't just spouts off, right? Just spouts off, and that shows people's dysfunction, right? It's a huge red flag for a lot of people where you got a female, mostly females in Aries, although it has masculine energy, of how their lives were growing up, right? And guys too, right? But women vocalize it more. So as you're around that, you're going to get triggered. As people tell you their story, you're going to get triggered, okay? The blessing with that is it kind of tells you where you're at. And you know how Spirit loves the black dots, right? As we heal, there's still black dots. Black dots, you know, little things, not big things. So that's why they're dots. I know. Here to sarcastic today. So as we go through, especially this Mercury retrograde, which goes until the first week of April, then we have a 10-day shadow on top of that, but it'll wane every day. This month is going to be challenging, but beautiful. This is so freaking cool, is that we're going to be shown everything in 30 days, all right? We're going to have people that are angry and connected with Mercury retrograde. Then you got Venus retrograde, which is about money and love, right? And so money's tight. I'm not okay with my boyfriend. I'm not okay with my wife. Not okay with my husband. My female children are like that. My male children are like this. They want money, you know, and things are going on around us that I don't understand. Meaning, you know, the whole Washington, D.C. thing. So all of that in the sign of Aries, where Jupiter's there, largest planet in the solar system, right? Oh, I forgot about that. Shit. So it's in a positive space. It wants to move forward. It wants to bring you abundance. It's kind of going against a Venus retrograde, right? But Jupiter's huge, so it kind of wins. And then you got Saturn in there, which wants to take that fire energy of Aries and kind of put it in context. Boundaries. And Jupiter's like, screw the boundaries. Let's just blow up the place. Well, you don't really want to blow up the place, right? But then Venus is there, Mercury is there, and Uranus is there, all in one sign. Hasn't happened since the Revolutionary War. We're talking 1776. I think it's 1787 when it was really like all things were going on when the French Revolution happened. Okay, so it hasn't happened in over 240 years. Okay, so we're going to see all of these 5 planets, all their energy working against each other. But the thing that's going to kick us in the you know what is Mercury retrograde. It always does, because it's the closest planet. I mean, Venus is close, but Mercury is closer, okay? And it's communication. It is communication, and more communication. What is that? Emails, texts, faxes, if you still use a fax, right? Somebody sent me a text the other day, and I took it totally different. But I thought, oh, Mercury retrograde. This person was basically, just asking a question, but it's the way that they put it. They texted it, right? And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Caught myself, right? Because I'm good at that. They're good at that, at saying, Bill, stop, think, all right? Stop and think. Stop and think. Stop and think, all right? Venus retrograde goes into the first week of April also, okay? they'll still be in Aries, all those five planets. So if you have any Aries in your birth chart, if you are an Aries sun or an Aries rising or an Aries moon, good luck. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. You're going to be caught on the carpet again and again and again. Again and again and again for 30 days, 35 days. All right? And if you haven't been already, guess what? It's going to be hot and heavy. All right? I'm blessed. I don't have any Aries in my birth chart. There's nothing in that at all. But it's also a cardinal sign, which Capricorn is a part of, right? Cardinal signs are the zodiac signs that start the seasons. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Okay? We have this intense energy that we're able to pull up and use for our favor. All right? Aries is fire. Cancer is water. They're emotional. Libra is air. Chill. Chill. God dang it, chill. And then Capricorn, which is just intense and, doing your thing and, learning, right? Just learning. So those are the big things that are going on this time of year for the first time since 1787. Okay? So there's going to be challenges. But on the other side of the coin, there is transformation. Okay? It's transformation. Everyday stuff is going to have to do with those 5 planets in Aries. Okay? You're going to continue your transformation into higher dimensional energy big time. Big time. Big time. Big time. Okay? Because everything is moving forward at a freaking crazy pace. I mean, a crazy pace, right? It's going so fast. It's already Thursday. It was just Monday. The days are going so fast and the energy is so positive, right? That it's hard for human to catch up or to pay attention. All right? Now, if things are bothering you, again, you need to look at those things. That's what retrogrades are. Retrogrades are all about making you look and check into where that planet is in your birth chart. Get your birth chart. PamGregory.com. Scroll all the way down. Left-hand side, free birth chart. Click it. Goes to Astrolab. Astrolab's the best. Okay? Put in all your information. Where you were born, what time you were born, birth date, stuff like that, right? And click it. It gives you their birth chart, and it tells you on the bottom, it tells you everything that's in every house. Every planet's in every house and what it means. Okay? So that when you're in a situation like this, and Mercury retrograde starting on the 15th, you can look and see where Mercury's at in your birth chart, and you can look and see, okay, that's in house number 3. What is house number 3 in anybody's birth chart? Google it. Home and family, okay? So what my home and family's going to be like? Yeah, you're going to get your family's going to get upset at each other. It's going to be chaotic, maybe. Mom's going to go off. Dad's going to go off. Sister's going to go off. Brother's going to go off. Whatever, right? Protect yourself. Protect yourself from that energy, right? Where's Venus at in your birth chart? It's love and money. Okay? So what? My love's going to be like crazy? So I'm going to lose my money? I'm not going to have... No. Ego, and more ego, right? It's just being aware that when you get triggered, that you understand why. Understand why. And Uranus is the planet of let's just freaking go. Let's just freaking go. We don't have to plan or do anything. And it's an Aries, so it's just a huge ball of fire and energy. Come on, let's go. And it wants to burn everything down so that it can just go forward without any idea of why I'm like that. Trump. So understanding that the next month is going to be not chaotic. It's going to be understandable, Spirit says. It's going to be understandable. Now, if you guys, now a lot of you guys have been watching me forever. We started this thing in 2017, I think, or 2016. No, 2015. Okay, so it's been a while. Most of you have been around since at least after the pandemic. Okay, so you know exactly what you need to do when you get triggered. When you get triggered, ground yourself. Okay, understanding that that again, I went out yesterday. I talked to my friend Terry Williams, and we were just talking about, she's the one who does my website and things like that. And then we got on something else, and I was telling her about some other things I'm going to tell you guys too. And she goes, Bill, go outside. She did this little, she said some things. I don't remember what they were, of course. But I'll tell you what, it made all this sense in the world to my spirit side. To me, as a human being, as a spiritual person, I got it. Because I was up in 5D, right? Which is where I've been mostly for the past 2 weeks. And she said, go outside, take your socks off, put your feet on the ground, and just da-da-da. And then I'm like, holy sheesh, this is crazy. And then come up, then I took my phone down. I'm like, okay, cool, did that, blah, blah, blah. Now come upstairs and, put some table salt in your hands and, do this, get it a little, get it hot, get it warm, da-da-da, and you're done. I'm like, oh, well, I felt so much better. I don't have rituals, which I'm now learning, okay? The next trajectory of my soul journey, right? So as these energies continue to be, what can I say? He says up here, heightened, right? It is about us understanding what we need to do to balance ourselves, okay? To balance ourselves. It's only going to get more intense. It's only going to get more whoopee, weird, right? Everybody's at a different stage. Everybody's at a different stage. Reach out to people, okay? I mean, again, I rely on them, right? I rely on them, and because of where I'm at in my transformation, right? Before I was looking to humans, and it was interesting how many people were not interested in helping anybody, which I found really strange because I came from a helping background, right? And that's what I do. I've always done that my entire lifetime, right? So I found that perplexed, and I mean, it was just kind of, wow, this is kind of weird that no one is willing, not able, but willing to do this for me, and that's what I do every day now, right? That's what I do. I'm always willing. Again, the calls this week have been about WTF. I don't get it. Am I going to get a boyfriend? Really? Well, with the energy that you got on this phone right here, guess what? You got it, and we went through this whole process I probably 3 times this week, and kind of clueless. I'm willing to help you, blah, 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 do my thing, watch the program, prior programs like around 2020, because there's, well, I do one a week, so 52 weeks, so there's pretty much 50 at least every year. So that's like 250 or 300, whatever. But that's what it's all about, is understanding that if somebody needs a question answered, don't think you can't answer it, because you can. Okay? Because you can. Now, okay, hang on. It's time for us to start giving of ourselves, okay? Allow that light to shine. Understanding you already know the answers to questions people will ask. Why? Because they're not you. You already know them. You're here, they're here. Okay? So if you get into a spiritual conversation with somebody that maybe you know, maybe you don't know, right? Listen. If you get triggered because of ego, ego's gonna tell you, oh no, we don't know that much. Oh my God, I don't know that much. Oh my God, I don't know that much. You got to get over that. You got to get past that, because ego is going to try to limit your ability to access that information, and it can with dysfunction. Understanding, Spirit, this is in big bold letters. They work for you. You do not work for them. Do not be intimidated by your spirit guides. That's one of the reasons why people cannot hear them. Because they're afraid. It's anticipation. It is what if? Oh my God, but what if? What if what? What if they tell me something bad? They're not allowed to tell you anything bad. I'm not sure you're going to die. Dad's going to die. Mom's... No, that's not what it's about. It's love. They're not fortune tellers. They're not fortune tellers. They're realistic tellers, Spirit says. They're realistic, right? They understand human better than we understand ourselves because they know everything. Everything. Does that mean we're intimidated? Why are you intimidated? By beings that are there to take care of you. If one more person texts me and says, Bill, I heard a voice. Well, who is it? Really? Really? They said my name. Uh-huh. And did you say, who is this? No, I was afraid. How can you be afraid? How? But the thing that you don't want to do is want more and more and more and more. It's on their timeline, not ours. Okay? I think I might have told you this guys a couple weeks ago, but I was coming from the grocery store, and there's a 7-Eleven on the corner by my house, and I was going to stop in and get a lottery ticket, right? And Spirit says, Bill, your determination is not going to help you win any sooner. I will tell you guys this. Your determination is not going to get you in higher ascension. No, it's not how it works. That's why whenever somebody says, Bill, I'm doing this thing, why? Why are you doing this? You're doing this thing because your ego has got you doing classes. It's got you doing this thing here. Well, in hopes I got to use it. No. Did they tell you to do it? No. Then why are you doing it? And I've told this story before too. When I left my job 11 years ago, I went and took all 3 Reiki classes with a woman that was just a dear woman, Janice Guerin, right? And I was there. First thing, cool. Second thing, cool. Third thing, everything sounded familiar, right? But the first time that I went to the class, Spirit says, what are you doing this for? I said, because somebody told me that I'm a healer. Well, this isn't going to do anything for you. It's not a thing like this. But I'm going to do it because I want to. I'm not going to... Well, at the end of all 3, right? She did the ceremony, blah, 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 right? And went down the line. So, Bill, what did you get enlightened with? What did you... Nothing. Jan was like, well, what do you mean nothing? I'm like, she goes, you didn't get... Actually, I said, no. I said, she goes, what did Spirit say about it? Because she knew about my guides, right? I said, well, in Reiki 1, Spirit was saying, what are you doing this for? You're not going to use it. She goes, you're kidding. I'm like, no. Why are you... And he said, what are you spending the money for? You're not going to use this. And she goes, well, why would you do this? I said, because I like the class, and I know that I can be a healer with my hands. Guess what? I don't heal with my hands. Nope. So when we get something in our head, that I'm going to do this, okay, good luck with that. Okay? Good luck with that. I've done that many, 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 many times, and I'm still in Sterling Heights, Michigan, sitting on the kitchen table, doing Coach for the Soul. I'm not any place on an island where my backyard is the Pacific Ocean, and I'm channeling books for the Lemurians. Because it's not time. It's not time yet. So when we get understandings from our guides, when we get information from our guides, again, I've said this a couple of times. When we get activated, right, and we're actually in our space, we get flooded with information from past lives when we were not connected. Okay? I mean, like that. And I've had people who are like, oh my God, Bill, I gotta go to Egypt. I've got to go to the pyramids. I'm leaving on Friday. Wait a minute. It's Wednesday. I got my passport. I got my plane ticket. I'm supposed to go to the pyramids in Egypt, and everything's going to change in my life. And then, no, it's not going to. Bill, I'm going. They were me. Bill, I'm going. I'm leaving on Friday at noon. I'm going to get there, and my whole life's good. Okay. I said, please don't go. Well, she went. She got off the plane, she went to the pyramids, right? And nothing. She had no place to stay. Ego was fully engaged. It was all about, they told me, no. Ask them. If they don't answer you, the answer is no. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. See? It's because we get all caught up in ego, gets all caught up in, oh my God, look at me. Well, that's not the way that it works. Trust me, it doesn't work like that. I thought it did. I didn't know. I got, Bailey was all ready to go to Hawaii, and Lee was all ready to go to Hawaii. I got the cars ready to go to Hawaii, blah, 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 blah. This was 2018. The house I wanted to buy in Hawaii, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? No. And I said, well, I don't understand. How come? I don't understand. Bill, it's not time. Could you have told me that? No, because your ego, self, was all ready to go because, oh my God, they told me something and I've got to do it. That's not true. That's a lie. It's ego, partly. The other 3/4 of it is past life information that you're now receiving because you're connected to your spirit guides and guardian angels. They work for you. They work for you. And I'm telling you, it does not work like that. It does not work like that. Been there, done that. I'm single now, and Bailey passed. I got a new dog, right? When it happens, it happens. Now, we do get signals. We do get signs. Again, I'll use YouTube. I've gotten more information from YouTube from people that I have no idea who they are, and they pop up in my reels. And I don't even have to click, I don't even have to use my mouse to click on it. They just start. Because they want to make sure that I see the damn things, right? They want to make sure that I do. Because they know me. It hasn't happened, and I'm not going to listen to that stuff. You know what, whatever. When it happens, negative. Me. Ego. So when those things happen to you, or if you're, I know Spirits of Bill, they're yearning for us to talk. They're yearning for their guys to talk to them. They're yearning, Bill, and said, I know they are. And I've told them many, many times, watch what you wish for. Because Chatty Cathy's Chatty Cathy until you can get them to understand that you're in control. Depends on how you're going to receive your messages. I get mine in pictures, in sentences, in paragraphs, and at the voice. Click. Right again. Right now, it's like they're all excited because we're finally doing this. I'm finally allowing the information to come out. I'm finally allowing things to go the way they're supposed to go. Why? Because it's time. My human has no barriers up there at all. It's flowing time. Because we have to flow. Right? If you're in negative self-talk, you got to pull yourself out of it. Been there, done that. Tell them to help you. Spirit, I need you to help me. And I had one person or two people who were kind of belligerent on Facebook. And they both said, you don't have to talk out loud to your guides, blah, 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 blah. I'm very successful and I've never talked out loud. And okay, Mercury Retrograde right there. Okay, that's not what the point was. The point was I was telling people that they need to, because that's what they're telling me. People need to talk out loud. Okay? It's not Bill, it's them. Right? There's no ego in that at all. There's no Bill in there at all. Right? And I was very surprised. But then I wasn't surprised because of Mercury Retrograde. Right? So as you're infused, because you're going to be this year, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to be infused with all this knowledge and this fear and this crazy sense of pound. I've got to get there. That's all ego. The got to get there part is all ego. I'll just say something else that I'll admit, that I thought I could do something faster than they thought I could. 2 different times. Many more. Again, Maui, right? Wasn't time yet. I needed to get out of Pluto and Capricorn. I needed to ditch Lee. I needed for Bailey to pass away. I needed to get Daisy. You know, again, my house is clear. There's nobody else here but me and the dog. Bonus. Another time that I could make a relationship happen faster than they told me. Now, it wasn't time. Now is it time? It's feeling like it is time. Okay, cool. They told me 2 years. I said, no, I can do it faster. I can do it faster. Again, that's not ego. That's just a Capricorn in me. Because Capricorns usually don't fail. In real time. Because we usually control everything, right? Well, in this realm, we don't control nothing. We don't control anything. And sometimes it makes it hard to remember that. Okay? Also, you're going to have a lot of information come to you. YouTube, people that you know, Facebook, Insta, TikTok, Blue Sky. You're going to get things that are going to shock you when it comes to people saying what you need to work on. Okay? What you need to allow to happen. Because right now, it's transformation times 1,000, everybody. Okay? They got to get you ready, and guess what? They're going to get you ready. For me, self-worth. Self-worth. Got it from 3 different people in 10 days. 2 of which were in my memberships. They were just at the end of the conversation. Bill, you really got to Bill, I want you to make sure that you hold on to your worth. Bill, you got to work. You got to really hold on to that. Don't do anything that involves being less than. Okay, well, why would I do that, right? And then a really good friend told me the same thing after conversation, and I'm like, okay, what is this? What's going on? Well, Spirit's like, duh, Bill, look up self-worth on YouTube. So I did. Self-help, blah, blah, blah. This video shows up with Tony Robbins and this other guy that I know, he's a comedian, and he doesn't like himself. And he's always thought less of himself and blah, 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 blah. And I'm watching this 14 minutes and I'm like, well, that's me right there. I never thought about that. Talked to my sister because she has the same thing. So does my brother in Florida. We did not get that from our parents at all. At all. That was not even a process in which they understood as adults. They had no idea. Had no idea. So I looked at that. And I thought, okay, been extremely successful since I was 12 years old, right? Extremely successful with money. Capricorn's about cash, everybody. That's all that matters in our lifetime is cash, because cash makes our lives easier, okay? And Capricorn's all about easy, because they're working really hard to get the cash. And then they love the reward of having the cash and buying the things that they want, okay? Because we're kind of bougie. So watch that. Okay, that's totally me. Been extremely successful since I was 12, but never took it seriously. Every retail store I ever ran, massive amounts of growth. Massive amounts of growth. I was the king, let's say, right? Bill, if we could bottle you, we'd be billionaires. Well, there's only one of me. And they're making all kinds of profit in every store that I ever ran. Again, I took it as my energy, right? That I know how to do what I'm going to do. I always had a vision. Of course, I can increase anyone's business just by being there. But then I thought all of the love that I got from companies like that with my job, I never accepted. I never accepted the certificates and the gifts. I always won contests and things like that, right? I'm like, I've always shied away from that stuff, right? With the excuse of, well, they put you on a pedestal, then they knock you down. Ego. It's self-worth, right? I never got praise for doing anything in my house unless it was never praise. It was always criticism. My dad taught me how to bowl. He was our bowling coach when I was a kid, right? And I always got frustrated because he would always give me a compliment and I wouldn't want it. I'd get frustrated. Why is he doing that to me? He's pointing me out. He's pointing me out. I always thought it was because I was gay and, I was a target all the time. And so you just kind of like push that away. No, that wasn't it at all. As I grew up and as I got more successful, I always had the confidence. I always had the energy. I was always able to look people in the eye and I could sell a freaking Eskimo piece of ice easily, and people would laugh at that. Well, I can, right? That's just who I am. I came that way. But I never accepted the compliments and the love and the energy from other people. I didn't think I was worthy. And I can tell you why. Because I was gay. 60s and 70s in my hometown of Jackson. You're less than. And again, my mother, when I was sick as a kid, kidney disease, almost died 3 times, my mother would not let me do anything. She was afraid I was going to hurt myself. Again, self-image, right? Self-worth. I wasn't worthy of going outside in the garage with my brothers and my dad. Wasn't able to climb trees. My mother thought it would fall down. I would fall out of the tree because she wasn't confident that I could climb the tree, first of all. Because he's delicate. He's sick. Oh. Got all past that. But self-worth didn't work. Self-worth wasn't there, right? So I heard that from 3 people in 10 days. Looked it up. It's them. The last piece, maybe it's the last piece of the puzzle to getting me into ascension, into the 5th dimension, where I get to channel the books for the Lemurians. I don't know. And now it doesn't matter because it's something for me to heal, for me to work on. Chimes, right? And they do that for all of us. We just don't take it to heart. I didn't in my lifetime. Yeah. So I love myself. Yeah, whatever. I'm good. That comes from my family. Because if you complained, you got yelled at. Family dynamics. So what we have to do is, we truly have to, when they bring us a message now, because it was in 3D when I got it before, right? I was living in 3D, had a voice in my head, I was working in 3D, everything was in 3D. We're not in 3D anymore, everybody. We're not. We're not, as a collective, at all. Maybe 4, maybe lower 5, sometimes, or 5 more often than not. We have to be conscious of that. Not just yearning for, or being in this place of being a boiling pot of sewage. And everything is about saving people. Everything is about this. Everything is about the country. You can't fix that. You can't change it. You can't change that. You're in that place because you haven't healed yourself from this lifetime and past lives. That's what that's about. Truly, the transformation is about that. Getting angry. Again, past this lifetime and past lives. Things are happening that you cannot control. That's when you do guided meditations and you do your affirmations. Again, I will say this. When Spirit brought me that Dr. Joe Dispenza 20-minute or whatever, the morning affirmations, it has changed my freaking life. Changed my life. I'm a nicer person. I'm nicer to the dog. I'm nicer to myself. All by doing 20 minutes of this, repeating what he's saying, and it blows my freaking mind that it's that easy. But I wasn't ready until now to do those. Like everybody, there's a place and a time when those things matter. When you're ready. They bring them to you on the day where they know everything about it. So just blows my freaking mind. The day that you're going to be okay to receive it. Yeah. Because of where you're at in your journey. If you allow them to bring you things on YouTube. YouTube's it, everybody. I'll tell you what, it's the number one platform for viewing over TV. There's more viewership on YouTube than there is on TV. It's crazy. Actually, it's that. But as we go forward, I'm not even searching anymore. The search is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's like, no, you don't search. You flow. You flow. You flow. And you work on feeling good about yourself. And you work on when you're in a bad spot, okay, I need to do Dr. Joe's affirmations. I've said them to so many people, including my sister, it is ridiculous. Do people do them like they should? No, because they're not ready. But they've got them if they're having a bad day, and then they'll text me. So, Bill, I'm in this place, blah, blah, blah. Do those affirmations. Okay, I will. Oh, my God, I feel so great. It's only 20 minutes. I know. Because it raises your vibration. He's a magician. Truly is. Amazing. Amazing. Never liked him before. Till now. Right place, right time. So understanding that our journey going forward is all about us realizing and being conscious of taking the steps when they tell us to, when they bring us something, do the darn meditation. Right? If you're angry and paying attention to social media and paying attention to the news and paying attention to what's going on in Washington, you can do nothing about that. They got it. It's happening for a reason. We talked about that last year and the year before in 2023. That the United States is going to be the one who leads the world into fifth dimension. We just thought it would happen easier. But nothing happens easy. And I finally realized that. When you're changing the energy on the planet, where there's 8 billion people, 335 million in the United States, is going to be like moving the Titanic. Did I think it was going to? No. Implode? No. But I can't change anything. All I can believe and understand is they're going to take care of us. They're going to take care of us. Do I feel bad? Yes, I do. But I can't change anything, right? Their soul journey is this. Their soul journey is that. Like our soul journey is what we're doing. But to be wrapped up in all of that pain and anguish because you still have pain and anguish inside your body, your energy is not clear. And you have to consciously work on that. Because if you don't, they will do it for you by making you sick. Because you can't be in this pain and anguish, or anger, because fear is anger, okay? Comes out ready to hurt somebody, ready. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Let them take care of it, because we don't know anyone's soul journey in Washington, D.C. We don't. And it's a different way we have to do it a different way per fifth dimension, okay? We have to let things simmer, let things happen, so that many people who never believed they would be part of the cuts and part of the of being fired and this and the other thing, right? They never thought it happened to me, just them. Well, guess what? It's a collective that takes the hit. And why is that? Because it's the start of the transformation. Coming out of the cult, coming out of the energy of closed-mindedness. That's what it is. That's what it is. And the only way to get human to change is to, my world just exploded. Oh my God, what am I going to do? That's my job. I make $85,000 a year. I don't have that job anymore. Friday's my last day. Or today's my last day. What am I going to do? I got a wife, I got kids, I got a husband, I got kids, whatever. Yeah. That's how it is. They have to do something brutal to us because human does not like to change. Obvious for the last 12,000 years we've sat in that, and it's only gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. The inequality on money, stealing from the poor and giving it to the rich. Totally third dimension. Totally 1902, 1903, 1904, when there was no rules about corporations or whatever. The barons ran everything. And everybody was poor. Until Teddy Roosevelt went in there and said, no, we're not doing this. The person they never thought would do because he was a Republican. But they did. Was it better then? Well, yeah. People actually went up in income. They could no longer work them 20 hours a freaking day. Yeah. See? They're not slaves because old white men who came up through the system of being rich believed they can control the masses. Hence what's going on there now. They cut lunches from kids. Lunches from kids. USAID. Medicaid. All these entitlement programs, they're not entitlements. Our taxes pay for that, but also Social Security. I worked for that money. It's mine. It's not yours to F around with. That is total third dimensional chaos. And it's meant to break the system so that we can rebuild it as the rest of the world goes through the same thing that we've gone through. But I can't change it. I can't control it. I can't do anything. All I can do is believe, not know, believe that my spirit guides have all of us. All of our guides have all of us. Are we going to feel pain? No, I don't believe we are. Not for the fact we're going to lose our houses and no. Things are going to shift by June. And we already know this, right? Spirit has told us for the past few months about setting our intentions. Okay? By July, we're going to see a lot of different things that's going on. It's true. When you go, I know. I know. Spirit says this. You know how Bill was pushing and doing and pushing and doing and pushing and doing? His dedication got him nowhere. Same thing with that in the East Coast. Thinking they got it. They're all going to get rich. They're going to, screw all these liberals or all these people who are poor because poor people don't deserve to eat. And again, it's 1902. Well, no, they control it. God controls it. The plan is in motion, right? So as people drop like flies, one way or another, by another person, by passing, by revolution, it'll happen. But their timeline has nothing to do with me. Because they're going to take care of me. Yeah. See? There's always a way. So when you're so involved in that energy of 3D, it reminds you of past revolutions. It reminds you, again, soul journey, right? We've been around for over 12,000 years. We've had lots of times when it wasn't good, right? I mean, think about that. Most of the horrible things happened in the last 400 years. We've been here 12,000 years. See? Stuff that we know about, if it's true, right? Is white people killing white people. In 400 BC or 200 BC, whatever it was, right? Yeah. Our souls remember that. Our ego remembers that. So when we have this thing that's going on, this transformation, our egos get scared and they want to scare us, which in turn goes to our souls. Again, Spirit always calls it energy recognition. Energy recognition. In a bad way. In a way of, okay, I remember that energy. I don't know it here, but my ego knows it, and my soul gets, oh. Until human gets your soul and your ego to understand. Soul knows our journey. We don't yet. So the best thing to do is take care of you. Do your guided meditations twice a week. Silent meditations whenever you like. Do your affirmations. Exercise. Hug a tree. Get outside. It's spring in the Midwest. It's spring in the Northern Hemisphere. And then summer goes really, really fast. Yeah. But a lot of things can happen in spring and summer, with all the astrological things that are going on back and forth. Yeah. See? So this is not a time to sit in pity, to sit in, oh my God, and stew. Do not stew. Do not stew, do not stew, do not stew. Okay? Is the energy jacked up because Mercury retrograde? Oh yeah. With Venus retrograde? Oh yeah. Only Venus retrograde is not that, it's not that intense. Unless, where do you have Venus in your birth chart? Is it in your money sector? Is it in your love sector? Is it, right? Are you going through the divorce? Again, what are you doing with love? Are you yearning for it? Are you yearning for it? If you're yearning for it, you got to love yourself. You got to turn that back on yourself and go, okay, why do I yearn for that person so much? Been there, done that. I learned from them. Bill, stop. Stop. Heal yourself, Bill, from past lives. I told you the story about who I was the past 2 lifetimes last week. Yeah, it's rough. Being my age and not having that connection simply because past lives. The energy from past lives that I had to heal. And interestingly enough, it worked. And all that energy completely went away. Completely went away. By following the meditations that they brought me. The affirmations that they brought me. See? Yeah. And that's how you have to look at it. Because if you're not looking at it, you don't have to do anything unless they tell you to. Just have to do self-care? Of course you do. Keep your vibration high? Of course you do. To clear your energy? Of course you do. But that doesn't mean that you have to be regimented about it. Because you will notice, I can attest to this, when you don't do your stuff in the morning, you feel it. I do. I'm a mean old man by noon. No specific reason why. It's just boredom. Yeah. And it's 2 degrees outside, right? And the dog's had to go potty. And she wants to walk for, half an hour, 45 minutes. And it's 2 degrees outside. And Daddy is not a 2-degree person at all. So there's things we have to do, but if you have some type of regiment that you do in the morning, on the way to work, whatever, take care of yourself. Drink lots and lots of water. Don't drink tap water. Drink water, real water. Okay? Give yourself praise. How many times a day do you say I love you to yourself out loud? 5 to 10, please, or more. Simple things, but we just forget about doing them unless we are doing them every single day in some form. It takes a human 24 days to change their behavior. Way it is. Way it is. Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about my memberships, okay? They're still 10% off. And you get 1 month free, okay? billhobart.com. 5 different levels of spiritual guidance, all right? From 15 minutes to an hour and a half every month. You have direct contact with me. It's our time together. Usually the 15 minutes goes for like a half an hour because, again, there's more than just 15 minutes unless you're going to just ask like a couple questions, yes or no's. But that's at billhobart.com, okay? And I'll say this, that's a Thursday. Next week, I am running a 30-minute special, $85 for for St. Patrick's Day, okay, and Final Four or March Madness. So you can start doing those now if you'd like, yeah, and also this Saturday, once again, for 3 hours, $65 half hours. $65 half hours. Okay, you just have to call me or text me, and you can get a spot. I was pretty much booked last week. I had one person who did an hour. Yeah, you know, it says cheaper than the 155. It was 130, and it was a good talk. It was a good conversation. So again, those are those things. Check them out, billhobart.com. Also my Facebook page, Bill Clairvoyant, Bill Hobart, Clairvoyant Medium Psychic. I have 3 pages. Yeah. So thanks everybody. Got any questions? You know where to find me. And you know, text me. You can call me. Whatever. I turn the phone off at 7 o'clock. All right. So if you ask me a question in text, it'll be answered either that night or the next day. All right. So understand that. I'm always around. I'm always available. If you're getting off the ledge, right? Send me a text, Bill, I need 10 minutes, and I'll call you. I'll talk you off the ledge in about 4.5, maybe 5, and you'll be good. You'll be good. Okay. They're pretty great at counseling. It blows my mind that they really, really know how to connect with people and how to calm them down, because it's usually ego. They're freaking out because something happened in their life, or they just got triggered. Okay. So billhobart.com for all that good stuff. Yeah. And I'll see you guys next Thursday, Coach for the Soul, Thursday at 3. See you.